Really convince yourself of the environment you're in.
Like any consummate actor, Heath found a way to channel the feelings of personal discomfort he was experiencing back into his work.
I was lucky that my character was uncomfortable with it and knew with it too. So I could use my own level of uncomfort, or discomfort, sorry, and so that worked for me because it was new and strange for me. So so there was very little preparation that could be done, and we had to just do it and get on with the movie. It was just such a small part of this story in the end.
The first accolade to be given to Brokeback Mountain's stars came from the film's director, Ang Lee, who frequently expressed his admiration for Heath and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Well, it's scary to me how young and good they are, actually. They're good actors, so they know what is involved. They read the script, they know my blocking, they know what has to be done. We don't rehearse those scenes. We talk about it, and then we just roll the camera, and I expect them to deliver, and they did.
Perhaps a more pleasant part of the process for Heath was falling in love with Michelle Williams during filming. Cast as Ennis's wife, Alma, Michelle found herself constantly fielding questions about whether she felt nervous acting opposite her off-screen partner.
Working with Heath? No, it makes me the least nervous. I wish I could make all my movies with him.
The couple became inseparable, and in October 2005, Michelle gave birth to their daughter, Matilda Rose. Critical acclaim for Brokeback Mountain escalated into a frenzy of speculation as award season loomed. But rather than hitting the Oscar campaign trail, Heath and Michelle retreated from the spotlight and spent as much time as possible with their new baby.
We have a daughter at home, which is a beautiful distraction. Also, it's like, I feel like it's out of our hands anyway. I don't think, like, if you went out and campaigned, if you get awarded for that, then you're not getting awarded for your performance, I feel.
Honours and awards were coming thick and fast for Heath. In early 2006, the Santa Barbara Film Festival singled him out for a special award for Breakthrough Performance of the Year.
When I saw Brokeback back in September, actually, at Telluride Film Festival, I thought his performance was breathtaking. I loved the film then, and I love his performance. I thought it was one of the best performances of the year. And we had to have him, so we invited him then.
True to form, Heath downplayed the accolade. Throughout his short career, he would constantly emphasize that he saw his work as being in a constant process of evolution.
I guess I still feel like I'm breaking through, and me personally, I don't think I ever want to feel like I have broken through and are on the other side. I want to continue to strive for better, but it's obviously an honor, and this is really overwhelming.
As he told Variety reporter Pete Hammond after receiving the award, Heath's attitude to awards in general was to keep them at a distance and not give them undue emphasis.
Through the whole award season, there's so much going on, and there are so many different awards that it all becomes one thing. It all just blurs into the same thing, and it's surreal, and it's like a real false sense of both success and failure at the same time.
Like many actors, Heath was of the opinion that the craft of acting is so unique that to put one performance into competition with another is simply not the point. But he found that despite his personal views, awards were just another part of the job at hand.
You're being thrusted into competitions, and a race, and you're looking left and right, and all your competitors are actually competing in different sports, and you're all starting at different places, and you're not ending at the same line, but you're all in the same race. You don't want to be in a race, but you are, but tradition, deems it important, and therefore it's a great honor for us, and we're very grateful for it. But I don't know, I think we're kind of trying to get through it, stay calm and relaxed, and then it'll probably sink in later.
The fact that he and Michelle were both contending with the same ordeal strengthened their bond. Both of them received Oscar nominations for their roles in Brokeback Mountain. Heath for Best Actor and Michelle for Best Supporting Actress.
The best part and the easiest part of this whole season is the fact that we've been we've had each other's hands, you know, and it's been easier because we've been making it about each other, and so
instead of focusing on attention.
It's much more enjoyable when it's about Michelle for me.
The film gathered a total of 8 nominations at the 2006 Academy Awards, winning 3 for Best Score, Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Achievement in Directing for Ang Lee.
Heath Ledger in Brokeback.
Heath didn't end up walking away with the statue, losing out to Philip Seymour Hoffman in Capote. But that didn't stop the scripts and offers from flooding in. However, after having 3 films released in a year and enduring a particularly grueling award season, he was ready to start taking it easy.
I'm in no hurry to go out and work right now. I think once this is all over and it calms down, Michelle, Matilda and I are moving to Europe, and we're actually getting out and we're going to travel around for a year. And I haven't worked in a year, and I'm not planning to work for another year if I can. I'm just going to grow my belly and, and bounce my daughter.
Despite his best intentions, however, Heath found it hard to lead a quiet life. As Brokeback Mountain was premiering around the world, he came under scrutiny for his relationship with the media, with claims surfacing that he had allegedly spat at photographers. The claims were never substantiated, and Heath's own comments point to a much more relaxed attitude to dealing with the press.
I've kind of developed a more diplomatic way of viewing it all and handling it, and I'm certainly more relaxed with it all. And but I don't, the photographers following you and all that kind of stuff. It's embarrassing more than anything, actually. It's just kind of embarrassing to be walking somewhere and have people jump out in front of you with cameras. But instead of kind of getting aggressive, I've taken the approach of actually getting to know them.
Despite this, certain members of the Australian paparazzi clearly weren't interested in getting to know Heath. At Brokeback Mountain's Sydney premiere, several photographers squirted him with water pistols, apparently in retaliation to his alleged spitting.
Well, we're just tired of Heath spitting at us, assaulting us, so it's just kind of to say, well, it's not very nice when you do it to people. So it's our way of saying that we're tired of it, we're sick of it, and I was spat at, assaulted, had my car door kicked in, for taking a photo of him. And I mean, it's people like us that get him the ratings, get him in the magazines, and he's assaulted several other people, and we've just got to a point now where enough's enough. So it's kind of just saying, well, we're not going to put up on it.
Heath strongly denied the claims that he had ever spat at or assaulted photographers. In an effort to put the incident behind him and remove his young family from the ever-prying eyes of the Australian media, they relocated from Sydney to their home in Boerum Hill, Brooklyn, New York. Immediately after Brokeback Mountain was in the can, Heath had made another film, a film which carried a much smaller profile, but no less challenging subject matter. The debut feature for Australian theatre director Neil Armfield, Candy, saw Heath go from cowboy to heroin addict.
I don't know, I don't think we went out, certainly not to make a political message. I like the fact that the movie doesn't glorify heroin. I think it shows the result of heroin and its use and how it can destroy situations, love.
Candy is the tough and at times shocking story of Dan and his girlfriend Candy, played by fellow Australian Abby Cornish, whose lives descend into living hell because of their dependency on heroin. As usual, Heath stepped outside his comfort zone for some gritty research on the subject.
We met up with a few people. There was a gentleman that I spent time with who's has been and still is a junkie. He's been a junkie for like 25 years. And he taught us how to use all the paraphernalia and not on ourselves. He actually had a prosthetic arm that originally they were designed for medical use, training nurses and stuff like that. But they had one at this clinic where they teach kids how to actually inject drugs safely. Go figure.
In the case of Candy, Heath ensured that everyone involved in the